mean, my God, this person, Katie Price, we've talked about her before, she's always doing something, but this is a new twist. So she's apparently having a facelift and she's 39. What do you think, Pat?
Well, you know, it's always, whenever I go to a party or something, people will say, oh, you're a plastic surgeon, what do I need? This is all elective surgery. None of us need this. The question is, can we give you what you want? Can we do it safely? Can we do it in an economically feasible way? But 39 years old and a facelift is pushing it. I think it's for a young woman, 39 years old, and I didn't look at her face that closely to see whether she needed it, but it's hard to believe that someone would need a facelift at 39. You know, they talk about preventative, and I would do that with fillers and Botox rather than a facelift at a young age, and she's a pretty girl.
You know, it's funny, if you asked me 10 years ago, I might have embraced the idea a little bit more than I would now, but I agree with Pat with the advent of injectables. And we understand that lost volume is a big part of the problem, and using neurotoxins to reduce lines, but there's also skin tightening technologies. I mean, Jason's the real champion of that. With so many non-surgical options, a young person like that, it's very hard to make a case for going towards surgery.
But there's a lot of different types of facelifts too, Lee. I mean, do you think that are they talking about something, they're calling it a facelift? It's not, when we say facelift, we're talking about a true, surgical facelift, but what do you think?
So I think we have to really define this, and the answer is she really didn't have a facelift from my standpoint as a board certified plastic surgeon looking at this. You know, we have so many new technologies coming out, fillers that propose to lift a little bit, great skin tightening devices. I use Infini, I use Exelis. We have many different modalities and things that we do to help tighten the face and other parts of the bodies. This was a silhouette thread lift. And to be clear on it, these are threads that are placed through the skin, through a needle, usually under local anesthetic. And the time that they last, in the only real good study that we've had look at it, is about 4 to 6 months. So much less lasting time than fillers. I don't call it the facelift. I would say for what we consider a surgical facelift, in general, 39 is way too young.
There are some good solutions. I'm sure you guys probably, like Pat, you probably see people that are relatively young that may be doing less invasive things like Botox and fillers and getting good results, right?
Yeah, I mean, the good thing with the breast implants now is a lot of them, with the Allergan implants, they will get a free Botox treatment. So some of the patients start in their mid-30s for the glabellar lines or some wrinkles around their eyes. And there's some evidence starting earlier, you can delay at least some of the signs of aging. And the fillers, Voluma really can help plump the cheeks up and look very natural. Restylane, Juvederm. I think it all depends. You just have to make sure somebody knows what they're doing. You get appropriate balance in your face. And I think looking as good as you can for as long as you can, why not?
All right, well, listen, that's some good stuff. We've solved many of the unsolved mysteries of the world today, and this is great. You guys have had great insights. And if you want to see more of this, you can see that on theplasticsurgerychannel.com.